Okay, everybody, so about a day and a half, we'll call it 2-day project. You can see here where that pipe is cut. I talked about that 2 days ago when I said that I was going to disconnect this here. So this connection ran about 200, I want to say about 200 feet or so. There's a hole there, pipe went across the seam, it jumped across these two small roofs and went all the way down to the small water collector that I showed you in the previous video, Village Life and City Water. So this is Village Life City Water, second video. We'll call it day 2, even though it's a day after. I also terminated, as I'd mentioned in the previous video, that this crazy gas line connection here, this gas line here, you see here I terminated this gas line, and that is gone. So this still has to be replaced. This is gas running through this. You see this is a hot and cold water line with gas running through it. All right, no comments on that, please. I'm going to take care of it, don't worry. And this basically is a short run now. It's about, we'll call it 20 meters. It's only going to go to this area here. It'll be terminated right here with brand new yellow line, which will come out of that gas connector, which will clean it up and make it much more functional. No longer a gas line running on the roof. This water line here that runs on the roof, this old gray water line that goes all the way down here, that's going to be the next project. I'm going to start on that in a few hours. I got to do a couple small things, and then I'll start on this line. And this whole line here, I'm going to figure this out, and then that'll get terminated. So things are starting to make some sense. I'm going to run a second line here for the city water that I mentioned. So this city water here, this city water is going to get a second line, a second connector. So coming out of this node here, instead of one line, I'll have 2 lines coming out of here. I'll clean this up a little bit as well, but this will be right here. I'll probably right in this juncture here, I'll do a double shut-off valve down here and terminate all of this. So this will be a double shut-off. So one will be city water and one will go to the cistern, the water collector that's going to be eventually terminated. But at least coming out of here, we'll at least have city water coming out here. Oh, and I found out that this does in fact run up to the second floor. It doesn't go to the first floor. So that runs to the second floor. Now, if I turn this on, keep this off, yeah, this stays off. If I turn this on, then I believe I turn this on. No. So what happens with that is that turns the water onto this bucket, small bucket here. This actually is on. So this is on. So if that turns on, this should turn on. Yeah. Yeah, now water comes out of there, so that's city water. And if I go upstairs, I could probably have city water upstairs. This you could see, that's got to be changed. That's dripping. So for the time being, I'll shut this off. But you can see that's not what you'd call in great shape. We'll let the water drain out of there. Okay. So slowly we're figuring out the mysteries here. So this line goes to this, I guess, just to air it out. This line, I'm going to terminate that here. I'll connect it better, of course. Probably get it closer to this bigger pipe. I'll do a better connection here. So then we'll get city water in both locations, which will run down in the bottom and down on top. So that could easily be our city water. Let's close this. And I'll show you some other things that I did after I terminated the gas and terminated this one water line, which is now gone. Probably, oh God, I don't know, maybe 300 meters of old tube was discarded. Oh, just real quick. So you see here, this oven is going to actually be the oven for the downstairs kitchen, but I'm going to temporarily use it here. Get rid of this oven, put a new quick countertop here, cut this down lower because it's from all the years of corrosion, it's basically blocked up. So it's going to be a quick project here. I uncovered some stuff here. You see, I took a lot of the wrapping off, so now I can see what's going on here. These two lines are going out into the pool area, and this line runs the water out to this line here. So I still have to figure that out. And this line, yeah, this pump runs the water. When city water goes down, this pump will turn on the water that will go to the second floor that currently has city water. I know it's confusing. So sometimes city water goes down. When that city water goes down, this pump will turn on and push the water from the large water collector to the second floor that currently has city water, which is kind of a good thing, but this will get terminated eventually because that top collector is going to be terminated, and a new one is going to be placed in lieu of this old metal container here. That'll be new. Now, the other thing that I'm going to do here is probably, I don't know if I need to actually change the toilet. I mean, it's not great shape, but I want to try to get an actual water line to this, because right now this bucket is what's feeding the water in here. So I want to try to get water in here. I'm not sure, and I think it comes out, yeah, here. So the water comes out here. I'm going to try to get this water to, I'll terminate these, I'll make these new, but I'll also run a line that comes around and goes down here that could feed this toilet. And I also want to put a sink in here where, not 100% sure, there is a drain here, which is a good thing. So I probably will maybe do a sink somewhere in this area temporarily, but we'll see. Not 100% sure. And this all runs out through this pipe and underneath the floor here. Eventually this is going to have to be terminated and changed, but that's for another video. And I'll show you what I did here in the pool area. It's not really a pool, I call it a pool area, but you'll see when we get in here. So you see I took a lot of wrap off of here. This pipe I found was cracked, is leaking right here. This is leaked, so this has to be replaced. Right now it's not on, so it doesn't really matter. Okay, that water you see comes up through here, and that water feeds this whole line. And if you remember up here, walking through all these spider webs, you remember here, now there's only one line on the roof, which is going from city water, which is going to get terminated. That one line comes down here, so there's no more gas line that used to come along the ridge here. That gas line has been terminated. All the gas lines that were here have all been terminated. You see there's no more gas line here. This pump's going to get discarded. Both these pumps will get discarded. They're not useful and they really don't work very well. This I uncovered, but I have to find out what's inside here. And this is now what you call, this goes up top. So I got to find out what's going on inside here. How many pipes are actually inside that large tube? You see that tube goes up top, and that's where the water comes down. So I don't know how large. I'm going to say it's a 3-inch. It might be a 4-inch. Hopefully it's only a 3-inch, but we'll see. A 3-inch, and then the 3-inch gets this gets connected in here from the 3-inch, which starts the water trail into the kitchen. And this is the 2 lines that go into the kitchen through that pump. And this is the return, I believe, yeah. Oh, no, this is the line that feeds, this line feeds this water here. That used to be an outside shower by this pool area. So that I still have to figure out. This goes up here. So that water goes up here and then goes through this line and feeds into this small 1 room with 3 beds. They call it a Tiramok. It's like just a little hotel room, off-premises hotel room, off-site. But that controls, that water is controlled by this line here. And that all has to be figured out because I want to make that city water as well. All right, so a lot of work was done. As you can see, a lot of things were uncovered. A lot of things still need to be terminated. Really not much to update on the kitchen project at the moment because we need a temporary cooking area, which is going to be here. This is going to get redone, so this will be temporary cooking for now while this kitchen area gets done. So the refrigerator is gone. I'm going to remove this water heater. The water is still on here for now, but it's only cold. Yeah, cold water is still on here for now. This is actually a good line. I could probably, you know what, I might temporarily hook that up. I might have that temporarily hooked up here with a box just to be able to plug things in while I work. Yeah, that's actually not a bad idea. I might get that done today. And this line that was here, that was controlling everything, is gone now. It's actually terminated, but it went into the kitchen area here yesterday. I had that done. Comes in through here where this box is. Controls the refrigerator because this refrigerator was moved from the kitchen is being remodeled, and then this also controls this box. It'll control the new oven that'll go here, new cooktop, oven and cooktop combination. And then this still has to be cleaned up inside here. This will get cleaned up, but this has 4 nodes here, which is a good thing. So they could plug some different appliances that are here. They can all be plugged into here. This oven's going to be discarded. And this is all old wiring. This will all eventually be terminated. All this wiring. And that's about it. So a few things in this segment are not about city water, but more about village life. So slowly but surely, we are progressing and getting things done here in Kakheti, Georgia, and we'll get back to day 32, I believe, of our village renovation. I'm probably within a week. We have to go to Tbilisi in a few days, pick up some supplies that we can't get here. So we'll head out to Tbilisi and pick up those supplies. Another video is this walnut tree cracked right here. That walnut tree cracked right there. And I actually saw on YouTube somebody who fixed a broken or a tree that was hit by lightning. Excuse me. And they used a big bolt. So I actually literally bolted this tree together, but I'll show you that in a different video. But for now, that's it. I'm going to get rolling on switching over these pipes and get this pipes down at the bottom here. So it'll have 2 nodes and 2 shutoff valves, one for city water, one for this water collector, which again eventually will be eliminated. Okay, that's it for now. Let's get to work.